Welcome to Vanishing Gates. I am Jay, and this is...
Katie.
We are your hosts into the strange, the weird, the unexplained, sometimes pop culture, who knows? All of the things. All of the things. We're both incredibly under the weather today, so we don't know how long our show will be today.
Yeah. I've had the flu. I've been sick in bed basically for the past week.
We both have.
Yeah.
I'm going on 2 weeks here. But my immune system's already pretty compromised with what's going on with my
Sorry
health
for
anyway,
the coughs and the sniffles and the whatever, but...
blowing of the nose.
Yeah.
So you got your hair cut.
I did. I got a new haircut. I got some bangs. New year, new me. You know.
Oh God, I hate when people say that.
No,
Please don't do that.
I'm just kidding.
No, just kidding. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. Jack was supposed to be here today, for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, he was supposed to be here to talk about fast food stories and stuff.
Horror stories and fast food.
But he's not answering the phone, so...
I don't know if it's just not working or what.
Who knows, but here we are, so.
If you've been watching the show for a while, if you go back a ways with Vanishing Gates, you'll know that a friend of mine, Marciano the Magnificent, had been on the show a few times. I wanted to give my condolence out to him. His mother just passed away yesterday. We don't really know what exactly happened, but if you guys are saying some prayers, throw him his way. He could definitely use it right now. He's pretty tore up about it. I'm not doing great with it either, but I'm just not, I mean, this is a person I used to call mom when I was growing up, so it's like kind of a tough ordeal, but he's really having a hard time with it. So just be thinking about him. One thing I did want to mention is I will try to have a better topic for next week's show. We are trying to get back to live streaming. We would be doing this live, but my rabbit chewed through my Cat 5 cable. So yeah. I need to get another Cat 5 cable so I can hardwire into the studio. Because my studio is like 150 feet from my internet connection. The Wi-Fi just doesn't work.
Yeah, unfortunately, he doesn't have an attached garage. He has a detached garage.
Well,
so.
It's pretty fortunate.
Well, no, it's good because you can make it into your own personal studio and space and stuff. But for the internet purposes, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been playing. I don't know if you guys are into gaming. If you do, hit us up in comments and let us know what you play lately. We've been doing a lot of streaming of Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah, he let me borrow his Xbox so I can play on there.
Just easier.
I'm liking the Xbox. Can't lie.
It's a good transition. Good graphics.
I've always been a PlayStation girl, but now I'm kind of converting.
But we've been doing a lot of streaming on Twitch on that, so if you guys get bored, you can check us out. Mine's at Moojuice Magic, and here's Katie Cat Plays.
Katie Cat Plays.
Yeah. And
give us a follow, please, because he's trying to get to
I'm almost affiliate, yeah.
He's almost there. I would be cool if I could get to that at some point. I don't know. I don't think I will.
The minute you turn that camera on and start actually streaming on the regular, you'll be affiliate.
Yeah, we'll see.
It shows you what the parameters are. It won't take you very long. So what we're going to talk about today is we watched an atrocious abomination of cinema. I'm just going to say it now. Yeah. It never needed to be made, but it should be talked about because it was marketed as some highly, like, the most controversial movie of all our time or whatever.
Yeah, everybody was just like
controversial.
People were making TikToks of them going into the theater and being like, "Oh yeah, I'm happy, I'm going to see this movie," and then they walk out of the theater and they're all like questioning everything and they're all like fucked up and so I
fell asleep.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to watch this movie because I keep seeing these posts about it.
Yeah, and we both like.
We're talking about the movie Saltburn.
Oh yeah, we should probably clarify.
Wondering.
Yeah, the abomination unto the human reality.
So we watched it at his house. He fell asleep. I had to go home. I didn't finish it. Or we didn't finish it. And then I
ended up finishing it though, right?
I finished it at home. While I've been home at sick. Wow.
Home sick.
At home sick.
You struggled with that one,
my brain's not working. Yeah, so I finished it while I was at home sick. And it is one of the, stupidest, made for, you can tell that they made it for shock value. Like, they just did all this shit for shock value.
And it wasn't anything particularly shocking either. It was just gross for the sake of being gross.
Yeah.
They tried nothing to make that movie good. The actors were kind of just ungood. Like, the acting wasn't great.
The acting wasn't great.
And there was some decent actors in there too that are usually much better.
I like Jacob Eldori, which is the guy that plays the tall guy with the eyebrow piercing. The guy that everybody was in love with or whatever.
Yeah.
With the dark hair. I like him. He's really good on Euphoria. And he was good in this movie, but this movie was just stupid.
Yeah.
The story was stupid.
I was trying to think of a rating system for our movies that we do when we do shows like this where we talk about movies we watched.
Yeah, we should.
And I think that the rating system for bad movies is going to be Rotten Sasquatch Penises. This movie gets 5 out of 10 Rotten Sasquatch Penises.
Oh my gosh.
We can do something else, but it just sounded funny because it's bad. It's not even, I wouldn't even call it controversial. Basically, it's this dude gets involved with a bunch of rich folks and basically just destroys this whole family. That's all there is to it.
It's predictable.
It is. Minus the whole licking the guy's seed out of the bath drain. It's kind of disgusting.
It was gross, but it was also
not controversial.
It wasn't like, oh my god, that's like the worst thing I've ever seen. It was like,
it was probably one of the worst films I've ever seen for sure.
But I'm just talking about that scene. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. And
then, like I said, I didn't need to finish it to know where it was going.
It was predictable.
It was, yeah.
Spoilers to anybody that wants to watch the movie, but
let me save you $7. Don't go see the movie.
It was very predictable that the main character was going to be a psycho. We knew that he was going to kill everybody.
Oh, directly off the bat, he was nuts, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
What pisses me off we watched on Amazon, I think it was.
Yeah, it was on Prime because it's a Prime movie. I think.
Yeah, we watched it on Amazon, and it was written up and listed as like a suspenseful comedy. It was neither of those.
No, it was a thriller comedy.
Or thriller comedy, and it was neither of those things.
It wasn't funny.
It wasn't suspenseful. It wasn't at all funny.
It wasn't
no
a thriller. Comedy.
No. There was a joke in that movie. It was the script.
The only funny part was the guy doing karaoke.
I was asleep for that part.
No, you were awake. But
I do remember that.
Yeah.
But it was just, it's been done where a jealous kid gets in and just destroys a rich family. That's all it was. That's exactly what it boils down to. He has a thing for the guy's sister, and he has a thing for the guy.
The guy.
He starts by liking the guy, I think, and then he meets a sister or something. It was unmemorable, to say the least. So definitely a very low scoring film.
Yeah, I'd give it probably less than you gave it. Probably 4.
Well, the more you give it, the worse it is.
Oh, the more you give it, the worse it is.
That's the whole point, yeah.
Okay.
I'll come up with a real rating system for the next one.
I give it 7 rotten.
You can't even
rotten
say it.
Bigfoot dicks.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
There was a couple of things in that movie that the filmography of it wasn't terrible. It wasn't anything special though. It was no great effect or anything, or it had some cool scenery.
It had
a budget.
It had pretty good cinematography, and the style was kind of cool, I guess.
Could you imagine being that guy and then sitting through your own movie that you fucking filmed, and then looking and seeing your name associated with that shit at the end as it had a cinematography? I would retire. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing this crap again. I mean, it just seems like some incredibly... It's marketed incredibly to freak out Gen Zers. That's it. To gross them out because they've never seen anything normal.
Guess who is posting all those videos?
I'd have to guess kids.
Yeah, 18 to 20 5-year-olds, I'd say.
Of course, a
Around
lot
that-
of that. I have
around
a
that
suspicion that a lot of those posts, those TikToks, were made specifically to try to gain followings.
Well,
Like
because
the
it was
game-
trending.
Yeah, because it was trending. So they probably didn't even care. A lot of them. I'm
Yeah.
sure some of them were very damaged by that film. Me, I was like, there's nothing that I haven't seen. I mean, people go to porn sites to see shit like that all the time and with better
Yeah,
visuals.
it was like nothing. I was like, this isn't that. Maybe I'm just really desensitized or something. Maybe we both are, but
Well, I mean, it just wasn't. I don't know. I could see like a midwestern auntie or grandma getting grossed out by that movie. Like I wouldn't see your mom watching that.
my mom would get grossed out by it
Yeah,
because
I
she's
would-
old-fashioned and she's older, so it's like
Exactly. I just couldn't see her watching it.
no, I wouldn't want her. You okay?
Nope, don't mind me. I'm just dying over here.
We've both been doing this, like hacking and gagging, and yeah.
That's what happens when you hang out with someone who gets sick. You all get sick.
Yeah, I also work in a pharmacy, so I'm like,
And my immune system is just toasted.
I'm
out,
around
so.
like sick people all the time. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it was just kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, it just never went anywhere. There wasn't the big climax at the end. I mean, what you explained doesn't even sound like a climax. It just seemed like something that exactly was what was going to happen. It left nothing to the
And then
imagination. It
at
left
the
everything to the
end, at the
imagination.
very end of the movie, which I didn't tell you this part, he ends up killing all of them,
You told me that part.
poisoning all of them, and he ends up staying in the mansion by himself.
Mm.
And the end scene is him dancing around naked, the mansion,
Well, I'm glad I dodged a bullet missing that.
and they show everything. So it's good that you didn't see that.
No, I don't,
because-
because I've never seen a naked dude before. I see one every day.
Yeah, but he
Me.
wasn't attractive. He wasn't an attractive naked guy.
And he was not an attractive fella. They picked possibly the least attractive person. The dude in My Friend Dahmer, made to look terrible, was better looking than this guy. Like,
Yeah, seriously.
and they tried to make him
That was a
look
good
bad.
movie, actually.
I didn't. I just watched excerpts of it,
It was good. But
and they tried to make him look terrifying and creepy.
and they did.
And
I mean,
gross.
they made him look.
But he looked a lot better than this guy. And this guy, they tried to make him not look like that. They tried to make him out to be attractive in this film, and
He's fucking weird.
there was
looking.
no way a dude like that's banging a whole family of people. But that does remind me, though, something like that happened in real life. Very similar.
Oh really?
Not quite exactly. What had happened was we did a show about it, and if you have sensitivities to, anything, you're not gonna like this story because this is true. There was this guy there's this couple that had a kid, and this guy was going to church with them or whatever, and you can tell hearing these people talk, they're not the brightest folks on the planet. There's a
Yeah.
big ass documentary made about it and everything. I can't remember what it's called, but I first heard about it years ago listening to a show called Bizarre States, which I think is called something else now, but I can't remember. But it's Jessica Chobot and Andrew Bowser, the guy that does the weird Arby's guy thing, and Jessica Chobot, who's on Destination Truth now. But they had a talk show, paranormal talk show.
Oh.
And so they were talking about the story when I first heard about it. And so the guy gets in with the family, seduces the mom and hooks up with her, then seduces the dad and hooks up with him, then kidnaps the 13-year-old, gets her in an RV, with a loudspeaker, made it look like it was some kind of UFO, convinced this girl that she was in a spaceship as he's traveling across the states with her, and eventually tells her, I'm going to find this guy that you already know, that it's obviously him talking to her while she's going crazy back there, freaked out, has no idea what's going on. They're like, we're going to drop you off so you don't have to be abducted anymore or something, and this is your soulmate that you're supposed to be with and breed with. And this is a little kid this guy's doing this to, And so he gets to a place, has her get out of the car or whatever, the UFO, or when she passed out, he would he had gas that he'd knock her out with and shit.
Oh my god.
And during the time she was out, he fixed up the thing to make it just look like a regular RV and left her at the park. And then just happened to be the guy walking out that she just happened to know, said he was on a trip. She had no idea it was him. She just knew who he was, so immediately it's a friendly face that you already associate with.
Yeah.
She had no idea what went on with the mom and the dad. And the dad was like, I'm not even gay. I have no idea how this even happened. I just know he touched my leg, and then it was so weird. It was so freaking
What, did he
weird.
drug them?
No, he just coerced him. He just a coercing person, I guess.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, there are people out there that can convince you to do some stupid shit if you're not careful.
Yeah.
But, so kidnaps the daughter, gets her convinced that now she's supposed to procreate with this guy. This is her life partner now. And then he will even call the family. Like, oh yeah, we went to the water slides. We're on an amusement park. He refused to give her back to the family till the cops picked him up. It's a fucking gnarly story. I can't remember what the documentary is called, but you can't not. It's horrifying and terrible, but parts of it you can't fucking not laugh at some of it. Like, it's bad. It is so fucking bad. And I'm just sitting there watching it with Heather. I'm just like, what? Like, I knew the story now, and then I'm watching the more details, and you're seeing what these people look like, and you're like, these people are straight up stupid. You know, it's like, and that poor kid. That's the worst part about all of it. But yeah, I don't remember how it all turned out in the end. They got the girl back and all that. The parents, I think, eventually split up, which is probably for the better.
Wow, that's wild.
And then I guess the girl tried to testified against him and stuff years later, and she gets on and talks about it because I think she was on that documentary. But she opened up about it. She's like, yeah, I was a victim. This happened to me. And then she went on, I think, to help other people get out of situations like that, or to spread awareness or something like that. And I don't think she speaks to her parents at all anymore. I think that they no longer have a relationship. But that to me is a lot more freaky than the shit this movie was about.
That's scary, yeah.
And that's some real life stuff. You want to see some shit. Even though I give you, there's no spoilers because you have to hear it as it's all put out. Because I've left out a lot of small details. Like, and it is.
I'm sure there's some nasty details, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that me and Jack actually did a show about it some years ago, but I don't recall if we did.
I wonder if they got inspiration from that for that movie.
I don't know. That movie to me was more like you see that Korean film Parasite?
Yeah.
Where they get into the family.
I saw it when it came out.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's that movie, but different.
That movie didn't have. That was another thing. That was another movie that came out where everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is so crazy," and then I watched it and I was like,
"Yeah." Well, it's like one of those things where I don't even remember that movie that well, but I remember it.
I watched it once.
I remember it being better than this movie.
I watched it once.
It was pretty much the same premise though, without all the weird sex stuff. But
I remember the ending was like kind of crazy. It was like, damn.
Yeah, Korean movies tend to end on a weird note usually. Like, you ever seen Old Boy?
Mm-mm.
That movie was.
I've heard of it.
And the American version's even weirder, with Josh Brolin. It's a good movie. It's gross, but it's a good movie. Like, that's an actual movie that would be considered a comedy suspense movie to me, more than this stupid thing.
Yeah.
And it's barely a comedy. It's just more like heartbreaking, this whole film. But this other movie was just atrocious. So no, don't make another one, please. Just stop making film if you wrote that script, because you don't. No, I hope you go bankrupt over that, because you made a bunch of people watch it. Who greenlit that in production? Like, it's something you'd expect to see if Guar wrote a movie. And that would be more exciting and make less sense, but it would somehow make more sense and be far more entertaining. I'd rather go see them. I would too.
Yeah.
You know?
Although I'd be kind of pissed if I got sprayed with fake blood.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Like, damn, my shirt.
Could you imagine going to see Gallagher when he used to smash watermelons on the audience?
Who's Gallagher?
Who's Gallagher?
I don't know who that is.
The comedian? Okay, we're gonna have to fix that later. After this, you're gonna find out who Gallagher is tonight. That's for damn sure. Hella funny. That's who Gallagher is. Kind of schlocky, but pretty funny.
He used to smash watermelons.
Oh yeah, that was his big thing. He had like props and shit. He was a prop comedian, which usually fails. It was two of them actually. I think they were brothers. They were both Gallagher, but one took over for the other, or stole the other's identity.
He's an Irish guy, I'm assuming.
Oh, he's American. But well, I mean, Of Irish descent, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Gallagher's a pretty Irish name.
Yes, I know. It's my grandmother's name.
Yeah, it's like one of the most common Irish names.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
it's pretty common. But yeah, so I don't know. Are there any horror movies coming up that you wanted to see? I haven't seen too many advertisements for anything like horror based. We just got doing with the Christmas holiday, so it's like usually you don't start seeing horror movie stuff until after January.
Yeah, I haven't really like watched the trailers or anything for the new year. You know.
Yeah, I haven't really seen.
I
too
guess
much.
we probably should do that.
Yeah, we should probably look up movie trailers tonight. Get some
Yeah.
ideas. Discuss what we want to see coming up. I think what we should do is like some shows where we do like this or do a movie review, and then the other shows do like topics. It's a nice reprieve than having to sit on your ass and do research for fucking 10 hours. Guys, it takes a long time to come up with talking. I know it doesn't seem like it, but coming up with stories for this show, especially when you're not feeling good, is incredibly tough.
Yeah, as you can tell, we're both pretty sick.
We did have a topic today, but we were waiting for Jack to be back just because he had that first-hand experience.
Yeah, we're probably not going to do that until
Probably next week.
Next week or
whenever he's
something.
here anyway. He was supposed to have been here. If he shows up in the next 10 minutes, we'll record it.
yeah.
We'll see. It depends. In the meantime, though, yeah. So, I don't know what else is coming up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what horror movies are coming out this year, really.
Yeah, and I wanted to try to. I know we were supposed to do a ghost hunt coming up soon. I need to talk to Anthony about that. I'm kind of putting things a little on hold, guys, because I have to go in for surgery, and I'm basically going to have to go to the hospital and insist they give me the surgery, and I have no idea how long I'll be down for. It's a pretty routine surgery, but depending on what they find, I mean, I honestly don't know how I'm doing, and it's kind of scary. They don't know exactly what's wrong with me. They just know it's really, really bad. So we're working to try to fix that, and hopefully we can get that sorted. Because I like to continue doing the show for the next umpteen years. Otherwise, Katie's going to have to do it by herself. Katie and Jack. Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, like I'm going to get him to do it with me.
Although I can see people right now going, just find a hot chick to do it with. And get rid of this ugly ginger, and you can get a girl. Get a girl on there.
Yeah,
But hopefully I'll still be here for a while. We'll see.
I think you will.
If I go in on one of the weekends, I'll try to have an extra show lined up and prepped. That way all that has to happen is Katie can come up and just post it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because you can come here anytime, you know that. So, anyway. All right, guys. Well, as always, I'm Jay, and this is...
Katie.
Why don't you tell them all where they can follow you?
Instagram. Uncle Murdy's is my art Instagram. I need to post on there. I haven't posted. I did post
We
recently.
posted a couple things.
Yeah, I posted a couple drawings.
She likes to do horror art.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into it. Oh, Katie Cat Plays on Twitch. I'm gonna start doing that again. Yeah, that's it for me, I guess.
And are you still trying to run our socials for the show? Aside from the Facebook, because that's pretty much just what I do.
Yeah, I gotta post on the TikTok. Vanishing Gates on TikTok, but
Yeah, and you can check us out on the Facebook, still Vanishing Gates. Like I said, we're still doing our videos here. We'll start doing live streams more again after the internet is hooked up solid out here, after I get that Cat 5 replaced. I just didn't have time to go get one, and they're kind of pricey. So
for that long of one.
yeah, because I need like a 100-foot Cat 5 cable, so
Yeah.
it goes sure ways. But we'll be back again next week. This will get posted after recording, obviously. So yeah, then we'll try to be back at live. You can check me out, Moo Juice Magic, and at Twitch, twitch.tv/Moo Juice Magic. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Hopefully
about
by
it.
next week we're over this damn cold or whatever it is, flu thing.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, because I'm tired of being sick. So.
Yeah, because I'm kind of over it too. But anyway, guys, all right, we will catch you next week. Good night and good nightmares.